So we did a statewide survey, which went out to the state as a whole, and then we conducted the same survey within the community listening sessions throughout the anchor organizations. So they are essentially the same survey, just conducted in different spaces. One was done by Lucid Holdings, which is a non-partisan and third-party entity, and then the other one was mainly hosted through the anchor organizations and their outlets. May I proceed? Yes. Thank you. Okay, so based on the survey questions, we were able to identify 3 main reparation measure categories. One would be direct cash compensation. We have monetary, no cash, which includes business investments, college grants and scholarships, down payment assistance, debt forgiveness, housing, medical coverage, and universal basic income. And for non-monetary measures, we had an apology, education reform, and also monuments and restoration of seized property.
People felt more comfortable speaking to what they thought reparations should look like. So very consistent with what we found in the community listening sessions. Financial compensation was a big one, especially direct payment. That also encompassed employment opportunities, which I'll talk about more when I get to the oral histories, but education was a big one where people felt like it was support systems for education and also having financial support for it. There was housing and land ownership was another big theme that people said was important. There was also lineage-based eligibility, which had predominant support from most of the respondents. And then I thought I did something. And then there was setting a precedent beyond California, which was very, very interesting. And you'll be able to see more of this in the report. But there was this constant theme of what is being done here, just in considering the process of reparations. People wanted it to set a precedent for what's being considered in other states and at the federal level. As I mentioned, we had several participants who were actually not California residents. And so they shared their stories about why they thought that this was important to their states as well.
Next slide. We looked into the question of eligibility, just to get to public sentiment in regards to their positions on it, and we're able to show the results here. We'll go to the next slide. So our findings essentially ended up showing that there is support for lineage-based descendants reparations, and we saw it supported more often within the community listening sessions and those participants. But between the state sample and the state sample of respondents that were Black, and also with the community sample, we saw a similar level of support.